moans. I told you had to lay down, Holly. Hold on, get out of the way. I told you had to lay down. Now lay down. A lot of moans, a lot of groans. Moans and groans are apparently maybe part of aging, part of gaining all this valuable wisdom that I am containing up in this large noggin. Yeah, I don't know if it's wisdom or what have you. Hello, Felicia Love. Hello, Somersault. Hello, Chipper Rich, Linda, Dave. Somersault, thank you so much for following the live creator. I really appreciate it. I haven't said very much today, so I hope, I don't know, you get what you paid for following the live creator. Hello, Kiss. Hello, Robert Blomberg, Brad Doggett. RJ, good to have RJ on here. Thought of texting RJ, but then I knew that wouldn't work, so I thought of sending him a message via TikTok to say, hey, I'm going to be on TikTok this morning. So I get people that ask me to do that because some people care enough to actually tune in or know when I'm going live. Hello, Jennifer. Thank you so much. Hello, Diane. Some people care enough to watch me go live, but I always feel so silly, like, hey, I'm going to be talking. You really want to tune in. And I'm always worried they'll say, hey, like I don't have better things to do. But some people like it, and I don't know why, but that's cool. And I appreciate those that do, and I appreciate those that follow, and I appreciate you guys that are joining this morning. Good morning, Diana. And RJ says, I'm the voice of the voiceless. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true. But I appreciate it. It sounds nice. But anyway, good morning, good morning, good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It's Wednesday morning. It is 5:37 a.m. It's April 17th. Happy Wednesday. It's a show I've been doing for quite some time. A show about me sharing some stuff and some feelings and some thoughts and some ideas and wonders and questions. And I question a lot about the world and question a lot about life. And I'm always trying to figure it out like it's a game you can win. On my very last show, I'm going to be on my deathbed. It'll be 65 years from now. I'll be approaching 110. Wait, 120. I had to redo my math. And I'll be going, I just figured it out. There is no answer. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. Because life's just life. That's what I'll say when I'm 120. But obviously, since I'm only 55, that just sounds like crazy mumbo jumbo at this point. So, again, for those that have been watching a while, you know it's not just a show about me talking and waking up and shaking the cobwebs out of my head. And somebody said my watch is a minute off. Well, yeah, watches like this can be a minute off. I do have one of those fancy schmancy Apple watches that's hooked to the internet, but I don't wear it. I don't wear it. It's in my drawer uncharged. I didn't like using it. And again, I think so many of us are tied to technology, and I certainly, Holly, you got to lay down. I don't want your cold, wet nose digging into my hand this morning. She goes, but I am laying down. I'm laying down and my cold, wet nose is digging into your hand. It's because I'm a dog and I've got a long snout and my neck can stretch. She laid back down. No. Okay, back to the coffee. Let's get the coffee taken care of and then we'll go on to the rest of our show. I encourage more viewers to share my live and invite more friends. Hey, share my live and invite more friends. It's going to be a lot of fun this morning on this Wednesday morning. A lot of fun. But again, I got a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me, and I am very excited uh, to have my first sip at this early hour, which honestly, I wish I was still sleeping in my bed, but I'm not. And I'm rolling with everything that's going to happen today as positively as I can, including being up at this early hour and have this hot cup of coffee in front of me. So, without further ado, my hope is wherever you are, whatever you're doing, that you too have a hot cup of coffee in front of you. Cheers to us. It's the Dunkin' Donuts French vanilla. I'm almost embarrassed to say it. Yesterday I made a pot of Sumatra, and I asked somebody, and how they liked it, or were they happy with the Sumatra, and they said, well, it's kind of like a 50-degree day in spring. It's nice and you think it's good until you experience a 75-degree day in spring. And that's what the French vanilla is. So it wasn't the answer I was looking for, because I thought at minimum the Sumatra coffee was the equal to the French vanilla. Personally, I think it's much above. But anyway, I didn't want to start their day on the same note on a 50-degree day, when just by me being a little flexible with my coffee selection, I could give them that 75-degree day that they so longed for. So let's have another sip of this 75-degree day. Oh, it's nice. It's nice. I mean, I don't know. Tastes kind of like ice cream or coffee, or not coffee, or candy. And I guess ice cream and candy are nice, but there's something really nice about that coffee like flavor that is the Sumatra. And I know people out there, and RJ's one of them, and I got friends that won't drink flavored coffee and think they're too cool for it, and maybe they are. Maybe they are. Good morning, Sandra Lynn. Uh, but I enjoy the solid taste of the Sumatra coffee and its purest, non-flavored flavor. And somewhat am longing for it right now. So anyway, I'll have another sip of this French vanilla and pretend. Wow, I've had 3 people follow the live creator already this morning. I'm not sure what happens, why that happens, because I haven't said anything of value yet this morning. And there will be some days I think I'm Plato or Socrates out on wherever Plato and Socrates might be standing, giving great words of wisdom to the audience, and I can't get anybody to join to save my life, or to follow the creator to save my life. I'll be speaking to 2 people. There'll be 2 people on my live chat. Oh, wow, we got a 4th. We've got a 4th. And this one's generous. She's sending roses before she comes. Yeah, but I'll be spewing wisdom left and right. And I got 2 people watching, and I can't get anybody to follow for like a month and a half. And I'll go, come on, this is my best content. While today is just useless drivel and people are hopping on this way and that way. Have I ever gone to Marshall's or Home Goods for coffee? I did not know that Marshall's sold coffee or Home Goods. I guess I've only been in a Home Goods once or twice, and only in a Marshall's. I mean, it's probably been 25 years, maybe 35, maybe 40 years since I've been in a Marshall's. So, no, I've never been to either of them for cups of coffee. Or for coffee. They have lots of brands. Usually have Starbucks. Okay. But I'd be worried. Okay, I'll just be honest. I'm not trying to diss Marshalls. I know it's a discount store, and I know it's, you don't know what you're going to get. So I can see the value in the kind of the hunt. You go in, you have no idea what they're going to have. Well, Sabrina Joe, I think I love. She just sent me 3 team bracelets. RJ, Sandra Lynn, all my usual people. Sabrina Joe's now my favorite because she's funny, throwing gifts. No, but you never know what you're going to get at a Marshalls or what have you. And I'd be worried if I got my coffee at a Marshalls that it might be a bag from like 2017, and the clumps would be all stuck together and they'd be dry and they'd be cement like, and you'd have to thwack it several times to loosen the coffee grounds before you put them in the strainer. And who knows what it would taste like. Those are just my thoughts. I would be somewhat hesitant to buy coffee at Marshall's. You know, yeah, I could be totally wrong. Let's see if they don't sell it. Oh, they don't sell expired items. I guess they do put an expiration date, but maybe Marshalls covers up the expired number of whatever product you're buying and puts a special Marshall stamp on it that's fast forwards adds 10 years to the date. It really was expired April 17th, 2015, but they have a stamp April 17th, 2025. So see, it's still good. You go out and sell this product, Johnny. We're going to take $1 off the price. It'll be a great value to the consumer. Hello. We got a lot of strange people on there. We've got a lot of strange people. And I'll just address this strange person. I was tempted to remove them from the conversation. They keep asking who I tickle. That's funny. I tickle my babies. I have two beautiful little children. I have my son Augie, who's coming up on 3, and my daughter Eve, who's about a year and a half. And I was tickling Eve yesterday, and she was and I had her pinned down. And my son Augie thinks he's pretty funny. And when I'm ever like this, kind of leaning back, kind of have my hands behind my head, he always comes up and pulls my arm down and tries to tickle me. And I have explained it to these children that no, you don't tickle Dada. I don't like to be tickled. And they go, well, we don't like to be tickled. And I go, no, I really don't like to be tickled, because I really don't. I had two older brothers that were 5 and 4 years older than me, and they would pin me down with my arms, like put their knees on my arms and tickle me mercilessly. I was kind of like a little science experiment for my older brothers, I think. Yeah, not woe is me. I mean, we all have our struggles. We all have our struggles. But having two much older brothers, yeah, I think they'd have friends over to pin me down and tickle me. Sometimes one of the friends, my oldest brother Scott, had a brother Phil who liked to dig into the ribs, if you know what I mean. Dig into the ribs with his knuckles, and it didn't tickle, it was more like agony. So, yeah, that's my thoughts about that. Hello, Nicker Cage. How are you? Hello, Rojo. Thank you for joining. Kind of wish I had more coffee. It's already cooling, and it's already running low, and I don't even think I've gotten into my show yet. I have some thoughts for you. I was up during the night. I didn't sleep too well. I got a lot going on in life. We all have a lot going on in life, but I really feel I mean it. Not going to share the details with you, but I do have a lot going on. And a couple times I grabbed my phone, and once I even posted a video and do some editing when I can't sleep. It usually listening to me talk and watching my long videos sometimes makes me feel a little bit sleepy. Excuse me. But anyway, I was getting messages, and I get a lot of messages. I post a lot of live videos, and I talk about a lot about life experiences, whether it's mental health or careers or relationships or financial highs and lows or whatever. And I get so many people reaching out asking for advice. And I had like 4 or 5 people last night. One wanted help. Their friend wouldn't stop drinking, and it was doing great damage. One wanted to stop smoking weed. One wanted, I can't even remember. But I get a lot of people reaching out all the time. And I kind of chuckled because I was up during the night thinking of my struggles and my challenges and my issues and going, wow, if these guys knew what I had on my plate, they wouldn't be asking me for advice. Because I don't have it figured out. I got my own challenges. I struggle with relationships. I struggle uh, as an employee. I struggle with housing. I just think how often I've moved in the last 5 years since I started doing this show. I've lived in like 6 or 7 different places. It's crazy. And part of that is getting separated and then getting divorced. I mean, I think that's extra traumatic or extra trauma on one's life. I'm sure that it is. Uh, but again, I don't have anything figured. I don't have it all figured out at all. And maybe I can offer some wisdom on things like quitting drinking or smoking or relationships or even careers. But as wise as I feel, and I honestly do feel fairly wise, and I do think I'm capable of giving great advice, I can't fix myself. I can't fix myself. And I don't know why that is. And I was thinking about it because I had one guy, again, asking for a friend about drinking. And he said he's been abusing alcohol for a long time. His family's had enough. He's struggling in a lot of ways, got health issues. And he was trying to convince him to stop drinking. And at 3 in the morning, I looked at it and he gave me the long explanation. I said, well, he's got to want to stop. And I think that's very sage-like advice, if you will. And it's probably true for me as well. That if somebody's addicted to stuff, whether it's drugs or alcohol or gambling, that they got to really want to stop doing it. You can't convince them. A wife or a spouse can't nag the other into stopping their addiction. But I think once somebody truly wants to stop and wants to go a different direction, that's when life becomes more obvious and the answers become more clear. And I was thinking about that as I was going through my morning. I feel I think I'd like a calmer, peaceful, more sleeping life where I have less chaos in my head and in my mind and all around. And like the nice white picket fence and the happy marriage and the 2.5 kids and the 2-car garage and just the going to church on Sunday life. But for whatever reason, I look at my life and where I am, and I see a lot of chaos. And again, I wake up every night and I'm feeling chaos, and I'm wondering a lot about a lot of things that I think are kind of important. And I think, as far as I'm concerned, that I have to really want to stop that life and really want to stop the chaos that is all around, and the movement and the financial struggles and the relationship struggles and maybe even the employment struggles. And I don't know that I do. I don't know that I can just flip a switch on my life and suddenly become the happily married husband or the faithful employee or the saver for retirement or the what have you. And maybe my issue is that I don't want it, even though I think that I do. And I think a lot of us think we want to quit drinking or smoking or gambling or what have you. But maybe until, just like the person that abuses alcohol, maybe for me, I don't really want the financial stability. I've always had crazy highs and lows. And maybe I don't want the relationship stability. I think all the nice girls I dated that would have fit the bill in terms of the white picket fence and the happily married and 2.5 kids and the 2-car garage. But maybe that's not what I really want. And maybe that's not the life why I'm leading. That's why I'm not leading that life. Because despite my feelings of longing for it, there were many, many years I longed to be sober, let's say, or to quit gambling. And I continued to gamble and I continued to drink. And until that day came that I really wanted to stop it, I didn't. And once I decided I really wanted to stop it, everything else became easy or clear or what have you. And maybe as far as the chaos that I have going on in my life, um, I haven't really committed to it or decided I wanted it or made that decision. And maybe I'm addicted to the chaos of the financial highs and lows and the relationship ups and downs and the moving so often. I don't know. I don't know what that I don't know that I've got a VIP membership with U-Haul. I got U-Haul on speed dial. And I don't know what that means, but maybe it's something I got to face. I've been applying for jobs a lot of late and sending out resumes, but kind of not, I don't know, not feeling fully invested in it or fully behind it or fully wondering if I'd even want the job if they offered it to me. And I talked about several the other day, and I sent out a few applications to some jobs yesterday, and each one I'm going, huh. And I think about that in my relationship issues as well. And maybe if you don't really want it, you're never going to do it. What exactly does Ken want to do with his time? Somebody asked why. Somebody said you got two first names. If Tracy is a first name for a man, yes, I have two first names. Because my name is Ken Tracy. Why have I moved so often? I'd say divorce was a big catalyst in it. Over the last 12 years, I've gotten divorced twice. Over the last 20 years, I've gotten married twice. And I think marriage and divorce is creates a very unstable situation for me, at least it did. And I don't know. 20 years is a long time. It's a big chunk of my life, and it's maybe what I'm used to. But I look at my friends who look happily married and have the job and have the nice house and go on the vacations. And honestly, I'm not sure I'm jealous of them. I'm not sure I'm jealous of them. Actually, I'm pretty sure I'm not jealous of them. I mean, there's aspects I'd like. But I know a lot of them go to work, and even if it's their own business, they sound really beat and worn out and looking forward to retirement and hoping it'll be over and really glad when they get home from the days. And I kind of enjoy my days and go through them in the chaotic way I go through them and usually have a smile on my face. There's always a little bit of worry in the back of my mind. But maybe that's what I'm used to. I enjoy doing this show. I enjoy going to the gym. I enjoy going to my kids' track meet last night. I enjoy waking my babies up from their nap, or not from their nap, from their night's sleep that I get to do in half an hour. I enjoy tickling my little ones. I enjoy feeding them yogurt. I enjoy walking my dog, Holly, who's right here. I enjoy sharing advice to people reach out. I enjoy doing coffee with Ken. And maybe that's what I want to do with my time. Maybe even though I'm sending out resumes and seeing relationship therapists and trying to work through issues, they're issues that I don't really want to solve because that's not really where I want to be. And maybe if I pour all my heart and all my soul into what I really want, which are all the above things, especially doing my Coffee with Ken show, Maybe the stability that I feel will come. I could be totally wrong. Maybe it's the exact problem, but we never know. So we pray about it and we wonder about it and we think about it, and we do our best and we make our best decisions. Again, I said I applied for some jobs yesterday. I'd work there and it might create a slightly more stable environment, but I'm not sure it would really be the answer to all the above struggles. And maybe my struggles aren't so great. They're just part of being part of life. And maybe things are more okay than I know, because everything I said I like to do, waking my kids up, taking my dog for a walk, going live on Coffee with Ken, feeding my babies yogurt, going to the track meet, which I went to last night. Maybe, maybe in some chaotic, crazy way, I'm already living my dream life. And it's not being in a stable relationship. And it's moving more often than I think I'd like. And it's having crazy high financial ups and downs. And it's not having the white picket fence or the happily married life with the 2.5 kids and the 2-car garage. And maybe I'm already living my dream life. RJ asked, am I still following the 2 meals a day? I'm not strict to 2 meals a day because I achieved my weight goal. I add stuff as I want. About 3 months ago, I decided I really wanted to lose weight. Kind of same here. I think people with weight loss, it's the same thing. Until you really decide you want to do it, you're probably not going to lose weight. And I was kind of going through the motions. I was working out, but then I was eating food whenever I wanted and snacks wherever I wanted and not gaining any weight no matter how much exercising I did. But one day 3 months ago, I realized that if I would spend more time being hungry, I'd probably end up losing weight. So I realized a great solution for that was eating 2 large meals a day and let myself be hungry in between those large meals. But I lost 2 pounds a week, and I dropped from 220 to 207, which seems like a pretty healthy weight for a guy that's 6'2" that works out a fair amount. And I knew if I stuck to 2 meals a day, I'd continue to lose 2 pounds a week. And I didn't want to lose, I could probably lose a couple pounds more, but I didn't want to continue that. So I've started adding things back or not worrying about it as much. But I still, in the back of my mind, know that when I'm hungry, and I'm feeling a little hungry right now, I'm losing weight and I'm burning fat. So yes, I'm still going with the concept, but I'm not doing it strictly because I've already lost all the weight I wanted to. And if I stuck to that diet, it's not a diet, that way of thinking, that I'd continue to lose weight, and I didn't want to continue to lose weight. So I still understand that when I'm hungry, it's okay. And that if I ate too much, or if Easter candy, I went crazy and ate Easter eggs for 5 days straight, and felt a little full or a little heavy or a little thicker than I wanted to be, you can make up for it by just spending a little more time being hungry the next few days. And I think if people were honest about weight loss, there wouldn't be an obesity problem in America. But I think we spend too much time selling products around weight loss, whether it's Jenny Craig or Weight Watchers or Diet Coke. And I think it's too big of a business for us to really want to solve obesity. So we don't. But if we were just honest and said, hey, if you spend more time hungry, you're going to lose weight, people would lose weight. And it's really that simple. So, yeah, going to drink a little more coffee. Was there obesity in the 80s and 90s? I don't know. I mean, I was born in 68. RJ thinks I'm like the world's almanac in historical stats. I'm sure there was overweight people in the 80s and 90s. I was always, I was at my skinniest in the 80s and 90s. Once, about right around when I started Coffee with Ken, right around when everything was chaotic. I was stressed out, and I went to see the doctor, and they put me on some prescription medication to deal with stress that was involved in the relationship I was in. And I really cut back on eating, and I didn't try to. Uh, and I ended up dropping all the way down to 177 pounds. And I said, wow, that's grossly skinny. And it was. It was grossly skinny. And I feel really good in the 202 to 208 range ish. And I think for a guy that works out and is feeling pretty strong and fit in life, that's a healthy weight for me. And any weight below that would be unhealthy or unattractive or something or other. Vanessa said, don't leave Illinois. Well, I appreciate you not wanting me to leave Illinois. I don't have any plans to leave Illinois. But I do have dreams, and I do have, I don't know, I always picture this ranch with tons of windows in Montana overlooking a field with mountains off in the distance and a river running through it. And I don't even ride horses, but I'm picturing a few horses running off in the distance, and I don't know, me fishing on trout streams, and I don't know, hiking and camping and being one with nature, and maybe eventually the end, how my story ends is, I don't know if anyone saw Legends of the Fall, but at the very end, Brad Pitt's character gets eaten by a bear. Maybe that'll be the end of my story. I'm hiking in Montana. I'll have this huge long beard, trout fishing or whatever I'm doing, and a great grizzly will approach me, and I'll pound my chest, pick up a stick, and charge the grizzly bear. And that'll be the end. That'll be the last chapter in my book. Somebody will have to write that chapter, because again, I'll have just been mauled by a grizzly bear. I don't know if I'll be dead, but my hands will be lumps of useless flesh, unable to hold a pen or a pencil or type on a keyboard anymore. And this is how it ended. But anyway, it's 6:07 now, and I've talked for a little over half an hour. And I don't know if I've said anything of value or of anything of worth, but I so appreciate you guys for joining this morning and sharing a cup of coffee with me and getting your Wednesday started with me. And I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful week. And I hope you had a great night's sleep. And I hope your coffee's hot and you got more in the pot in the kitchen. I hope you're excited about your day in one aspect or other, and feeling good. And looking forward to your day. So thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope you are feeling good. I hope you are loving yourself. I hope you're forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.